Welcome to the Fight of the Week. I'm Don Dunphy, your ringside commentator. Two highly ranked fighters, George Benton of Philadelphia and Alan Thomas of Chicago, meet in the 10-round middleweight feature at Madison Square Garden. Thomas, who was born in Tuskegee, Alabama 22 years ago, is making his first appearance on network television. 9th ranked among the light heavyweights by the World Boxing Association, Thomas has compiled a notable record, winning 19 of his 21 fights with 1 loss and 1 draw. He has scored 11 knockouts and was stopped once. Benton, who was born in Philadelphia 30 years ago, is ranked number 5 among the middleweights. He has won 11 of his last 12 bouts, dropping a split nod to Hurricane Carter recently at the Garden. In all, Benton has won 47, lost 8, and fought 1 draw. He has racked up 27 KOs and has not been stopped. Benton stands 5 feet 10 with Thomas an inch taller. At the commission weigh-in today, Thomas was 164.5, Benton 162. Now all ready to take the show on the road, Genial Johnny Addy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In the ring at the present time, ladies and gentlemen, one of the hottest punchers in the middleweight division, middleweight contender from Madison, New Jersey, Reuben Hurricane Carter. Also here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest boxers of all time, the former featherweight king, Willie Pep. Come on up, Willie Pep.
Where's Willie? Oh, here he is. Great boxer.
Here he is, one of the greatest, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Willie's in good shape.
And also here tonight, former heavyweight king, Jersey Joe Walcott. Come on up.
Jersey Joe doing a wonderful job on the youth board over in New Jersey. A tremendous job he is doing.
Here's Pappy himself, Jersey Joe Walcott. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 1 week from tonight, heavyweights will be featured. 7th ranking heavyweight contender, Zora Foley, and his opponent, recent winner over Cleveland Williams. He's 8th ranking contender, Ernie Terrell, 10 rounds, 1 week from tonight. Now, here are the ring officials assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The judges, Frank Forbes, Joe Armstrong. The timekeeper is Freddie Abatello. Counting for the knockdowns, Bonnie Smith. The referee for the main event, Mark Kahn. 10 rounds. Introducing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's wearing white trunks. He weighs 162. George Benton. Benton. His opponent from Chicago, Illinois. He's wearing black trunks. He weighs 164.5. Alan Thomas. Thomas. Main event, 10 rounds.
All right, listen carefully, boys. Keep both hands free at all times when you're punching. Do not hold with one hand and hit with the other. Is that clear? When I see you locked in a clinch, I'm going to tell you to break. I want each of you to stop punching immediately and take a step back. That's understood. Now, watch your fouls, and I expect a clean bout at all times. Shake hands, and good luck.
Scoring here in New York on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even. They're wearing 8-ounce gloves. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect, as is the mandatory 8 count. And as you can see, there are now 4 ring ropes in New York. Thomas with the black trunks, Benton with the white trunks. Benton, a cagey campaigner. Thomas' best punch, we're seeing for the first time, by the way, his best punch is supposed to be his right hand, which he sets up an opponent for with his left, as he's doing now. Benton, as you will note, along the way knows all the tricks of the trade. Thomas, 5 feet 11, 164.5, a little on the lean side. Benton, 5 feet 10, 162. Benton is laying back, trying to let the youngster make a mistake, as he did a moment ago, so Benton could counter. Benton trying to stay just out of range. Benton rolling and slipping those punches. But he is taking the jabs hard. One minute to go in round one. The black trunks, Benton from Philadelphia in white. 10-round middleweight feature at Madison Square Garden. Thomas has been more aggressive here in round one. 10 seconds to go in round one. There's the bell. Coming up to round two at Madison Square Garden. On the left is George Benton in the white trunks from Philadelphia. And there's Alan Thomas in the black trunks from Chicago. The referee is Mark Tom. So far it has been Thomas's aggressiveness and mostly his left jab against Benton's counter-punching. This is Benton's second appearance in the Garden. He was terribly disappointed when he lost to Rubin in May. Split decision. But he is getting off slowly again tonight. First real clinch of the fight. It's over in Thomas's corner. Round about half over. Put him on the ground. That was a big bomb thrown over there by Benton. Thomas took it well. See by Thomas's moves that the youngster knows what it's all about in there. He keeps those elbows up pretty good. Rat-a-tat-too with the jab by Thomas. Now Benton's coming back a little bit. Bell ends round 2, and we go to the corner with Alan Thomas, who was born in Tuskegee, Alabama, February 14th, 1941. In the corner with him, facing him head-on, is trainer Ray Barnes, an ex-fighter. On the right-hand side, Saul Gold, a man about boxing for a good many years who knows the game from all angles. And on the left-hand side, swabbing off the face, is Freddie Firo, whom we first met when he was helping train Billy Conn for the Joe Louis fight back in 1941. On the other side of the ring, we have George Benton, who was born in Philadelphia, May 15th, 1933. In his corner, facing him, is manager Herman Diamond. On the right-hand side, trainer Joe Rose. And on the left-hand side, another popular man in Philadelphia boxing, Milt Bailey. Incidentally, Thomas was a great all-around athlete, might have been a ball player with the White Sox if he had wanted to. Here's the bell for round 3. Thomas, the black trunks, Benton, the white. Over one of those hard right hands. Benton has opened up a little bit in this round. One minute to go in round 3. Benton has quite a coterie of Philadelphia adherents who have come up to see this fight. Ten seconds to go in round 3. Thomas may have been shaken up a little there. There's the bell. Round 4 at Madison Square Garden. George Benton in the white trunks, Alan Thomas in black. Thomas got off winging in the first 2 rounds. Benton came back in the 3rd. Here we are in the 4th. Thomas going southpaw, leading with the right hand. Mark Kahn is the referee. the veteran, Benton, is letting the youngster Thomas make the mistakes and is pot-shotting him. On Thomas' behalf, we'll say he's been the more aggressive of the two and has kept up a steady pace. Thomas get away. Keeps him in there. About 40 seconds remain in round 4. We're very sorry to report that our fine director, Sonny Diskin, is slightly under the weather. However, Sonny is coming along fine and enjoying tonight's fight at Bryn Mawr Hospital in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. See you real soon, Sonny. Coming up to round 5 at Madison Square Garden, Alan Thomas of Chicago on the right in the black trunks, George Benton of Philadelphia in the white trunks. There have been no knockdowns, and the fight is reasonably close. It's been the fire of the youngster Thomas and the wiliness and counter-punching of the veteran Benton. Punch that time with that left hook. Thomas's corner is yelling underneath, meaning go for the body. Thomas is a mark for that overhand right. He's not getting that left hand up to block it. Ten seconds to go in round 5. Here's the bell. Round 6 at the Garden. On the left, George Benton, the white trunks. Alan Thomas in the black trunks. Mark Kahn, the referee. Benton seems to be willing to take many of those left jabs while guarding against Thomas's right hand, which is his good punch. Also, if Benton can make Thomas miss a left jab or keep throwing it, he can counter over it with his right hand, which he has been doing. Thomas's corner with Benton having his back to the ropes. Round 6 is nearly over. Next Saturday, the fight of the week returns to Madison Square Garden for an important 10-round heavyweight match between veteran Zora Foley and fast-rising Ernie Terrell. Foley has beaten such heavyweight headliners as Eddie Machin, Mike DeJohn, Henry Cooper, and Nino Valdez. In his last outing, he bested Bob Claroux. Overall, he has won 63 out of 72 with 35 knockouts. Terrell is 6'6" and leaped into prominence in April when he outslugged hard-punching Cleveland Williams. A hard hitter with unusual speed for a big man, Terrell has won 30 out of 34 with 16 knockouts. Heavyweight Zora Foley and Ernie Terrell next Saturday on the Fight of the Week, brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company and by Robert Burns. Here's round 7 of Madison Square Garden. On the right is Alan Thomas in the black trunks. On the left, George Benton in the white trunks. Benton's from Philadelphia, Thomas from Chicago. Mark Kahn is the referee. Thomas got off fast in the first couple of rounds, but Benton has been coming on with heavier punching. Round 7 of a 10-rounder with the issue very much in doubt. Thomas's corner, they're yelling to their fighter, move your head. Benton's corner, rather quiet. Only 22 years old, is giving away 8 years to the veteran who's coming on again. Big punches by Benton. 1 minute to go in round 7. There have been no knockdowns. Ten seconds to go in round 7. There's the bell. Round 8 at Madison Square Garden. Alan Thomas of Chicago, the Black Trunks, 164.5. George Benton of Philadelphia, 162 in the White Trunks. Thomas is ranked 9th among the light heavyweights. Benton, number 5 among the middleweights, in case you didn't hear it earlier. Countering left hook by Thomas that time. There is a slight cut below the left eye on the cheekbone of George Benton. The boys did a nice job with the elbows in that clinch. Round 8, about half over. That's a 10-rounder. Benton landing the big punches again. About half a minute left in round 8 of a 10-rounder. Thomas, by the way, is the protege of heavyweight champion Sonny Liston. Round for Thomas. the bell ending round 8. In the good preliminaries tonight in a lightweight bout, Ricky Nelson of the Bronx won a unanimous decision over Barney Barnez of Puerto Rico. That was 6 rounds. In another 6-round middleweight match, Willie Jones won a unanimous decision over Jimmy Hairston. Jones from Newark, Hairston from Philadelphia. Another 6-round middleweight bout, Lucius Benson of Brooklyn won on a TKO at the end of the 5th round over Richie Hill of the Bronx. And in a 4-round lightweight duel, Russell Schulars of Patterson, New Jersey, and Felix Morales of Puerto Rico fought a draw. We're happy to report that Rose Cohen, the popular ticket manager of the Garden Boxing Club, is recovering from her illness at Polyclinic Hospital. Doctors there are highly optimistic about Rose's condition and think she'll be with us real soon again. Coming up to round 9 at Madison Square Garden, George Benton of Philadelphia, the white trunks, Alan Thomas of Chicago in black. There have been no knockdowns. It has been a duel mainly of Alan Thomas's sharp left jab, which is a good one, and Benton's wiliness, his experience, and a good overhand right. Mark Kahn, the referee, hasn't had too much to do in this bout. He's fairly free of clinches. Round 9 about half over. Nice bit of boxing there by Benton, and a lot of zealousness by Thomas. One minute to go in round 9. Thomas just walked into that one. There have been no knockdowns in the fight. Ten seconds to go in round 9. There's the bell. Tenth and final round at Madison Square Garden. Referee Mark Kahn out in the center, waiting for George Benton with the white trunks and Alan Thomas in the black. No knockdowns in the fight. is late. Thomas from Chicago, 9th-ranked light heavyweight, black trunks, weighs 164.5. Benton from Philadelphia, 162, is the number 5 ranking middleweight. Thomas got off quick and ran up a lead in the first couple of rounds, but Benton has been coming on since. Thomas has kept the pressure on all the way, has forced the pace. Benton has done the harder counter-punching. Scoring in New York on a rounds basis. 2 judges and the referee. 1 minute to go in the fight now, and some of the crowd starts to applaud. It has been a good one. Week heavyweights, Zora Foley and Ernie Terrell. Another fine match put on by Teddy Brenner. 30 seconds left in the fight now. Slight cut beside the left eye of Alan Thomas. Few seconds now. There's the final bell of a good fight here at Madison Square Garden. Now we're waiting for the decision. The cards are in the hands of the officials. Dan Dowd and Frank Morris from the commission, along with Jack Duberstein. Johnny Addy has them now to announce it. Here's John.
Judge Frank Forbes has it 6-3, 1 even, Benton. Referee Mark Kahn, 6-4, Benton. The other judge, Joe Armstrong, 8-2, Benton. Winner by unanimous decision, Georgie Benton.
Very gracious, although disappointed, Alan Thomas was over to congratulate Herman Diamond, the manager of George Benton, and George. There's George with his handlers, Joe Rose, Milt Bailey, Herman Diamond, and it was a good fight, a good win for Benton, and Alan Thomas, a good loser, probably learned a lot by it. We invite you to be at television ringside next Saturday night and enjoy the 10-round heavyweight match between Zora Foley and Ernie Terrell from Madison Square Garden on the Fight of the Week, produced by Hugh Beach, directed by Robert Delaney, Associate Director Bill Lilling, Technical Director Lou Marchand. Stay tuned now for Make That Spare, which follows immediately.